The night before, what was supposed to be the happiest day of my life became the night that shattered everything I thought I knew. My name's Rick. I'm 27, and I thought I had found the woman I'd grow old with. Maya, 25, radiant, clever, beautiful wasn't just my fiancée. She was my entire world. At least, I thought she was. Until I found her cheating on me, the night before our wedding. I still remember the first time I saw her fresh out of college, laughing at my friend's sister's birthday party. There was a glow about her, something magnetic. Even though I wasn't exactly the most confident guy in the room carrying the weight of childhood ridicule and rejection, I walked up to her, and to my surprise, she smiled. She actually smiled. We talked all night. For the first time in years, I felt seen, felt worthy. She didn't flinch at my weight or mock my nerdy jokes. She was warm, witty. She gave me her number, and I called her that very night. From there, it was lunch dates, late-night talks, laughter, dreams shared over coffee. I was falling hard and fast. Maya was everything I admired: driven, smart, and funny. I wasn't just drawn to her beauty. It was her ambition that lit me up. While I worked at a growing tech firm, she was hunting jobs post-college, juggling interviews, and navigating a harsh world without much family support. When her living situation became unstable, stuck in a one-bedroom with a clumsy roommate and a revolving door of random boyfriends, I opened my home to her. She moved in, and I took care of everything. Rent, bills, food, you name it. I didn't care. I wanted to care for her. I believed love meant sacrifice. She managed the house, and we settled into what I thought was a beautiful rhythm. I ignored the small things: her lack of effort in finding work, the occasional coldness, her stories about her toxic ex. I just wanted her to feel safe with me. I made promises. I never raised my voice, never cheated, and never hid where I went or who I was with. I was transparent, hoping she would be too. Eventually, we met each other's families. Maya's best friend Andrea became a regular fixture in our lives. They were practically sisters. Andrea worked at a retail store, lived with her siblings, and helped Maya score a job offer which Maya turned down, saying she deserved a break after all the years of juggling jobs and school. I didn't argue. I just kept providing. Still, there were signs, small, quiet warnings that I brushed aside, like the time Andrea reacted to our engagement with visible discomfort, or when she drunkenly hinted Maya wasn't who I thought she was, but I ignored it. I didn't want to believe there was anything wrong. Then came the wedding plans. Maya wanted a lavish, over-the-top celebration. I pushed back gently. I told her we needed to save. We had a future to build, maybe a baby on the way soon. Surprisingly, she got a job just before the wedding. I was proud, thought she was finally taking steps forward. But every dollar she earned went into her dream dress and her bridesmaids. I paid for everything else: venue, catering, decorations. Again, I didn't mind. I loved her. But 2 weeks before the wedding, Andrea started texting me a lot. At first, it seemed innocent. Then it got weird. Morning greetings, random updates. I told her to stop. It felt off. I didn't tell Maya I didn't want to cause drama with her best friend days before our big day. Still, something in my gut twisted. And then the night before our wedding happened. We were all staying in a hotel. Maya had her bachelorette party upstairs, and I was having drinks with friends in the club downstairs. That's when Andrea called. She said she needed to show me something. I didn't want to go. I assumed she was trying to make another move on me. But then she mentioned Maya, and a name I vaguely recognized, heart pounding. I brought a friend and followed her upstairs. Andrea stood outside the room, eyes heavy, jaw clenched. She looked at me and whispered, "Just listen." And I did. Behind that door, I heard something I'll never forget. Soft moans. My heart dropped. My fingers trembled as I turned the handle. What I saw will haunt me forever. Maya, on top of another man. And it wasn't just any man. It was someone I knew. The moment I opened that hotel room door, my life fell apart. There she was, Maya, my bride-to-be, on top of another man. Sheets tangled, moans still echoing in the air. And not just any man. It was her ex, Andrea's ex. The very guy Andrea warned me about once in passing. As soon as Maya saw me, she froze, then scrambled off the bed, frantically grabbing the sheets to cover herself. I stood there, paralyzed, trying to process what I was seeing. Then I heard Andrea whisper the truth that the guy was her college ex, and the weight of it all hit me like a punch to the gut. I didn't even know when I started crying. I just turned around and walked out without a word. My friend trailed behind me, stunned, trying to speak, but I couldn't hear him. My heart was screaming too loudly. As I made my way down the hallway, I heard Maya yelling at Andrea. Why would you do this to me? My life was going perfectly. Andrea fired back. Because Rick deserves better. I told you to leave that loser. But you wanted it all. I didn't stop. I didn't even look back. I slammed my door shut and drank myself into a blur. The next morning, I woke to dozens of missed calls. My head throbbed from the alcohol, but my heart ached even more. When I finally left my room, I was stunned to see Maya already dressed in her wedding gown, miserable, but still clinging to the fantasy. She rushed to me, asking why I wasn't ready. That was it. I snapped. I shoved her aside and said it clearly. Loudly, I was calling off the wedding. Chaos exploded. Guests panicked. My parents looked at me like I'd grown horns, but I couldn't speak. My throat tightened with grief and betrayal. I locked myself back in my room as people demanded answers. Maya, cornered by questions, faked fainting. Yes, faked fainting. It was pathetic. After that, I packed what little I brought and left the hotel. I posted a message in my friends' group chat apologizing, then turned off my phone. I needed to disappear. A week passed. I couldn't sleep, couldn't eat, couldn't breathe without remembering her betrayal. Andrea later confessed even more. Maya had been using my money not just for herself, but for him. The guy she was screwing behind my back. I was funding his lifestyle. Every time she asked me for money, ridiculous amounts, I thought it was for her. Turns out, it was for them. Worse. When she told me she was going to the gym, she wasn't. She was meeting him. And Andrea, bless her for finally breaking, had been covering for her. When Maya found out I wasn't crawling back, she started spinning her own version of the story. She told her parents I bailed on the wedding because I was drunk, that I embarrassed her, that I lost control. Meanwhile, she offered just 1 week apology to me. One, then had the nerve to ask if we could reschedule the wedding. She said it was just a mistake, that it didn't mean anything, that I should understand. But I was done. I kicked her out of my house, changed the locks. I met with Andrea to thank her, and that's when she told me about Maya's secret plans, how just days before our engagement, Maya had told her she wanted to settle down with that same ex. I was nothing but a backup. Then came the final twist. Maya called again. Calm, polite. She said she had something important to tell me. She claimed she was pregnant with my child. I laughed, out loud. I told her it wasn't April Fool's Day, and hung up. She kept calling. I kept blocking. Then she showed up at my house uninvited. Andrea happened to be there. The moment Maya saw her, she exploded, called her names, accused us of having an affair, screamed about betrayal. I had to call the police, filed a restraining order the next day. And just like that, the person I once thought I'd spend forever with became a haunting memory. She tried to manipulate me again and again, claimed I was lucky to have her. Threw my weight in my face. No woman in her right mind would want someone like you. That was the final straw. I realized she never loved me. I was a wallet, a placeholder, a fool. And yet, maybe I needed to be broken to finally see the truth. I've cut her off completely. She's alone now, jobless, abandoned by her lover, and unable to reach me. As for Andrea, there's nothing romantic between us, but she's checked on me a few times. She saw how wrecked I was. Right now, I'm trying to pick up the pieces, heal, breathe again. Maybe one day, I'll trust someone again. But for now, I'm just trying to live, and I'm proud I walked away. Even if my heart was in pieces, at least it still belongs to me. The story delivers a powerful lesson about self-worth, boundaries, and the painful clarity that betrayal can bring. At its core, it's not just about infidelity. It's about the dangers of loving someone so deeply that you ignore the red flags, silence your intuition, and compromise your dignity for the illusion of happiness. Rick gave everything: his heart, his money, his trust, believing love was enough to hold the relationship together. But love without respect, honesty, and reciprocity is a trap, not a blessing. Maya's betrayal wasn't just in her physical infidelity, but in how she emotionally manipulated him, used his kindness for personal gain, and treated his devotion as a weakness rather than a strength. It's a reminder that no matter how deeply you care for someone, you must never abandon yourself in the process. Relationships should uplift, not drain you. Trust should be mutual, not weaponized. And anyone who makes you feel like you're lucky just to have them while offering the bare minimum in return doesn't deserve your presence, let alone your future. Rick's journey from heartbreak to self-realization shows the importance of walking away from those who don't value you, even if it hurts. Healing takes time, but it begins the moment you choose yourself. This story encourages us all to demand the kind of love that is grounded in truth, to speak up when something feels wrong, and to remember that strength isn't about enduring mistreatment, it's about knowing when to say enough. Life may break your heart, but it also gives you the chance to rebuild it stronger. Thank you for staying with me until the end of this emotional journey. If you found value in this story, whether it reminded you of your own strength, helped you see red flags more clearly, or simply made you feel seen, please comment 1 below. Your voice matters. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on more powerful, real-life stories like this one. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who might need to hear this today. And most importantly, I'd love to know, how did this story make you feel? Have you ever been in a situation like Rick's? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's talk about it. Thanks again for watching. Until next time, take care of your heart and don't settle for anything less than the respect and love you deserve.